So, first video back in a while, and I have something exciting to talk about. I meant to do this when I first got it, but then I was under the weather for a few days. So, um, my X100V finally came in. So, it's beautiful. I love it. I am selling my X100F on eBay. It is listed. So if you're interested, you can check it out. I have lots and lots of things that I'm selling with it, including a book of tips and tricks that I had bought for it that is awesome. But yeah, I am gonna sell this one because I don't need to be keeping both. So this is my X100F, if it'll focus, with my little gold shutter button that is going to come with it because I don't necessarily need it on this one, so I'm just gonna sell it with that one. But anyway, so now that I've used it a little bit for a couple days, like I've been sick, so I haven't really been using it as much as I would like. But some of the things I would like to talk about are reasons why I personally wanted the upgrade, because I know I had a good one with the F, but one thing being longevity. I wanted a newer model, which this is the newest one, even though it's 3 years old, and I know that this will last me a long time. There were a few features that I really wanted. One that most people won't care about is that with the most recent firmware update, you can use the digital teleconverter and still be shooting JPEG plus RAW, which I like because there are times where I like to use the digital teleconverter, but I would like to be able to have the raw files in there and not have to worry about changing to just JPEG or whatever in between. Like, that's just easier for me. You still can't use raw on burst mode, which is unfortunate, but either way. The other thing with the update is that now they have the new app, which is so much better than the old one. My photos transfer so fast. The only thing I've noticed is that the only way I can transfer raw files from this is using my little card reader in my phone instead of using the app. So I can't transfer RAW from the camera through the app for whatever reason, because I can do it with like my Canon and Olympus, but just not through this. But the app is great. So there's that. I personally do really like the tilt screen. It helps me for certain views where I'm like, oh, it would be helpful if I can hold this up higher and still see what I'm doing, things like that. The touch screen is huge because there are times where I don't always get the focus isn't always as accurate because situations are difficult and things like that. Being able to just touch on it and be like, no, that's what I want in focus out of all these things is so much easier for me than trying to move the little dot around. Like, I just know. But even more so if I'm handing this off, because I keep this in my purse as my daily camera, if I'm handing this off to someone like my husband or a friend and saying, hey, snap this photo of us. Do you know how many times my photos were out of focus before from that just because people don't know how to use a camera? This is easy. I just say, just touch on us. It will focus. It will take the photo. We're done. We're good. So that has made a huge difference already. It also, I do like how they changed the button up here to make it a little easier to use. Come on. So it's easier that it goes up and down now. The new lens, I haven't gotten to test that out much, but supposedly it is much sharper at f2, which I pretty much always leave mine on f2. So I am excited for that. Weather sealing. So if I have either my teleconversion lens, which is this 50mm lens on, or this little adapter on the end on the lens, that makes it weather sealed. So that's great if I ever am taking this out like on a trip and it's like raining or something. And I'm like, man, I'd love to use my camera, but it's kind of raining right now. That'd be great. Because honestly, photos in the rain look really cool too. So if you can get photos in the rain, sometimes that's awesome. Let's see here. I have a list. The film simulations, there is the classic negative, which is on here now, but more than that, the custom setting for the recipes, because I could put some in my other one. You can't name them. And then also it was limited to some settings that are only available on newer models, which this now can do. Plus I can name them, which is great. I did because I don't know a way, and I don't know if there is a way to, like, say you're in a film simulation, you want to just go back to straight whatever came with the camera, just go straight classic chrome, whatever. I don't know a way to just do that without undoing all the settings. So the only way I've found is to change my 7th slot in here to a standard, like, straight, no customization setting. And that's what I've been using. So if anybody has any other information on that, that'd be great, because I still haven't figured that one out. But yeah, other than that, like, this has been fantastic. I I thought I would really miss the D-pad that's not here now. Sometimes I do occasionally, or miss like certain buttons that I used to have set for certain things, but honestly, mostly I don't notice it. Like I have this set to do my ND filter. I have this set to turn the Bluetooth on. I have this set to, when I push it, to turn the film simulations options on. Like it's honestly, it's great. I really enjoy it. So I have no complaints. I like the tops are a little different. Like if you can see where they're like kind of built differently. See if it shows you. So you can see where this one kind of has like a slanted edge and everything, and this one's a little more streamlined. And the silver is a little bit different on them too. It's a little brighter on the new one, which I also heard that that's because it helps it be more scratch resistant, which I'm like, okay, fair enough. Now, I don't know, because I bought my F used a long time ago, if it originally came with this, but this threw me off. There is a filter ring on here. Did not know that. Like there's nothing over it. It's literally just a metal ring. There's nothing to it. It's not on my F. It's never been on my F. I went to go put the teleconversion lens on the other night and was like, this doesn't fit on my camera anymore. No, it does. It does. So now I'm debating if I just leave that off, because honestly, like, I mean, I guess it's protecting it, but really I'm like, then it's just a pain when I want to go switch lenses really quick and I have to take that off and put the next one. Like, I don't know. Also never had a cover on the hot shoe mount before. This one does. So, yeah, my really nice little brown strap broke when we were in Dollywood, so I got one off eBay that I don't love. I have ordered one on Etsy since, but we'll see what it's like when it comes. So I don't know, but those are my updates for this. I'm really excited to use it. I did use it today for some self-portraits. I'm still not great with those. I still have not figured out the self-timer, the interval timer on this. Like self-timer's fine, the interval timer I cannot figure out on this thing. I think I'm still, even with the raw images that come out of this, maybe it's just because I'm trying to do it as self-portraits, not on other people, and that might be a difference. Like tonight we're gonna go take photos before we go see a movie, and I'm probably still gonna bring my Canon, probably with the big 85, just because I don't know if I'll be as happy with the photos that come out when I'm doing a self-portrait. Like if I was the one taking it, I'd probably be fine, but it's the fact that I have to rely on my settings, hopefully, and the camera. So we'll see. But that's my update for today. So if you're interested in my old camera, please check out the eBay listing. I am listing it for $1,200. I'll just go ahead and say that, because one, that's what it's going for at least. Some are a lot higher, and I'm including a lot of extra stuff like a lens hood, filter, book, all this extra stuff. So that is what it's going for. But if you're interested, please check it out. And that's all for today.